Let's talk about what is business intelligence next. But first, what is intelligence? A definition given by the Merriam-Webster's dictionary is given here. And as you can see, intelligence has two aspects. Okay, first, basically, you want to be able to make sense of your environment, and secondly, after that, you want to be able to do something about it. Okay, not just being able to understand, but also take some action so that you can achieve certain results. Then apply that to business. Then we have business intelligence, right? So again, if you look at the bullets that are shown here, basically we are trying to make sense of our business, and then we're trying to take some action to achieve a certain goals or objectives in our business. Next, I do have a definition of business intelligence given by some source. Okay, here it says that business intelligence includes strategies, processes, and technologies. Okay, in other words, it's more than just software or computers. Company has to have strategies as well as processes in place, so that, and then through the use of technology, then can make sense of their business operations based on a variety of sources, systems, data that are heterogeneous and distributed. Okay, if you recall, we talked about islands of information systems earlier, that nowadays they are characterized by heterogeneous databases. Okay, so but all the different sources provide data to business intelligence. Another perspective of business intelligence is to compare that with several related terms that some of you may be familiar with. Okay, starting with data, some of you know that data is nothing but facts and figures. So in a company, you have data about the products they sell, and also the data about their customers. Okay, so let's say we have two products, A and B, and we also have customer Smith. But then data needs to be processed in order to be useful. Okay, so data that has been processed, that has some meaning to certain users, becomes information. Okay, so in the example, for instance, we know that customer Smith buys product A. Okay, so that's certain information that may be useful to a sales manager, for instance. The knowledge as well as other data can be further processed to produce, information and data can be further processed to produce knowledge. Okay, so in this example, we have a piece of knowledge that says product A and product B have an 80% correlation. Okay, so that's knowledge that has been produced about the products that we are selling. Then the next step in business intelligence is then to turn that knowledge into action. Okay, since products A and B are highly correlated, and since customer Smith has purchased product A before, then why don't we try to sell product B to customer Smith? So that action is the final result of business intelligence. um, as a result of turning data into information, and then into knowledge, and finally into action, so that not only we can make sense of our business operations, but we can also take certain action to achieve certain business objectives, such as our sales goals.